Angel Reese currently is in some hot water, man, firing shots at Camila Cardoso.
The inconsistencies in coverage when it comes to certain players in the league.
There's something going on with gambling in the WNBA.
Angel Reese totally blew up the WNBA world after those comments she made on live TV. Seriously, she started talking about who might not be on the court next season, and it just set off a firestorm. It's got her teammates rattled, and the whole Chicago Sky organization is feeling it. Now everyone's watching super close to see if this drama is going to shape the team's entire future.
Yeah, just play hard as hell these last 9 games. Give it your all, that's all you got. The game can be taken away from you at any time, so just maximize it. I'm sure that all of us are going to be on this team next year together.
And get this, Angel Reese's remarks are sending shockwaves not just through the Chicago Sky, but the whole WNBA. This isn't just some casual comment, it's a statement that has fans buzzing, analysts going wild with speculation, and the locker room totally on edge. The big tension right now, it's all between Angel Reese and Camila Cardoso. This isn't just a little rivalry, it feels like a whole saga about major roster shakeups.
The Chicago Sky have had an extremely disappointing 2025 season. I'm telling you right now, it was horrible.
Now, if you zoom out a bit, the Chicago Sky had a really rough 2025 season. They ended up with a 13-27 record, which was honestly one of the most disappointing in recent memory for them.
Nailed their 2024 WNBA draft by getting standout center Camila Cardoso with the number 3 pick, snagging Angel Reese.
Plus, expectations were sky high after the 2024 draft. The Sky made some huge moves, bringing in Camila Cardoso at 3rd overall, and then Reese herself was picked at number 7. Fans were absolutely buzzing about what these new players could do, hoping they'd turn everything around, but man, reality hit hard. The season didn't just fall short, it completely collapsed under the weight of inconsistent play, injuries, and some serious internal tension that even fans could feel.
We speak on the Sky roster change. If there has been one silver lining to the Sky 2025 season, is that Angel Reese took another step in her development and appears disdain to become one of the league's elite.
But here's the thing, through all that mess, Angel Reese still stood out as one of the Chicago Sky's top players in 2025. She was everywhere, post-game interviews, social media highlights, national news even. It made her one of the most talked about players on a team that was really struggling, but with all that attention came a ton of scrutiny too.
In Chicago, as they get prepared to try to make a running man back in this thing, but I feel like that season is definitely over, so they got to get prepared for
next year. Analysts started picking apart her every move. They weren't just looking at how she played, but also how she interacted with her teammates, especially Camila Cardoso, who was that number 3 pick from the 2024 draft. Meanwhile, Cardoso has been quietly putting in work, just incredibly efficient. She's averaging 15.7 points and 8.1 rebounds per game, showing a consistency that might not always make the highlight reels, but is super important for how the team performs.
Camila Cardoso and her has been, from the outside looking in, definitely been having some situations going down.
Fans definitely noticed that contrast. Reese has this dynamic, high-profile style and a huge media presence that always puts her in the spotlight. Cardoso, on the other hand, has a steady, quieter game that gets a different kind of respect. That combination, a rising star and a silently strong teammate, has really sparked constant chatter online. Everyone was talking for sure.
Talking about her today in this whole situation with.
And because of Camila Cardoso, locker room dynamics actually became a trending topic on Twitter. Fans were debating everything from leadership roles to whether Reese's comments about next year's roster were subtle digs at Cardoso. What used to be just whispers is now a full-blown conversation, with clips, memes, and tweets dissecting every single interaction between them. Analysts are even pointing out that this tension isn't just personal. It could really impact team chemistry, especially with the playoffs theoretically still in reach, and the Sky trying to figure out their identity after such a rough season.
Now, Angel Reese took it upon herself to speak about next year's, yes, I said it, next year's roster. And she let it be known, some of these people ain't gonna be here next year, bruh.
The real spark for all this drama came from Angel Reese's comments about next year's roster. She basically made it clear that some teammates might not be coming back. She talked about the team possibly losing certain players and really pushed the idea of enjoying the moment while they're all together. On the surface, it sounded like a thoughtful reflection on a tough season.
So I'm guessing many people were saying Angel Reese has fired shots at Camila Cardoso with those comments there. When did this go down, bro? Whoa, 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 whoa.
But for a lot of people, it totally felt like a subtle critique, almost a call-out, especially directed at Camila Cardoso. Media outlets and social media users immediately jumped on it, framing it like Reese was firing shots at her teammate. Every single word was dissected, and the timing couldn't have been more charged. The end of a disappointing season is always a high-pressure moment, right? Players are frustrated, emotions run high, and everyone is already thinking about next year. So, in that context, Reese's remarks hit hard. She was talking to reporters about their goals for the final 9 games, really emphasizing that the team needed to make the most of every opportunity because things can be taken away at any moment. But she also slipped in those comments about potential roster changes, suggesting that not everyone would be on the team next year. That dual message, focus on now but brace for change, felt super pointed to many, especially in relation to Cardoso. The online reaction was immediate and intense. Fans debated endlessly, trying to figure out if Reese was criticizing Cardoso's performance, her role, or just making a general statement about the future. Analysts then joined in, breaking down how these comments could affect team chemistry, player relationships, and even the Sky's strategy going into the offseason. So, as the dust starts to settle on a rough 2025 season, the focus is squarely on what this all means for Angel Reese, Camila Cardoso, and the Chicago Sky. Reese's comments weren't just words, they were a statement that has everyone paying attention. With roster changes looming and fans watching every move, the next chapter for the Sky is wide open, and the tension sparked by these remarks is going to play a major role in shaping it.
Yeah, I mean, I've had a relationship with her probably for over a year now. She's been having my back through everything, and it's just great to have a legend that has done so many great things for New York and see her name on the ground, on the court, and I just admire everything that she does, and she continues to show up for me, and I just appreciate it.
Now let's dive into the really juicy part, the tension that's been brewing between Angel Reese and Camila Cardoso. On the court, you can almost feel it sometimes. Angel Reese has been growing into one of the WNBA's most talked about forwards, constantly in the spotlight for her power, her skill, and her big personality.
I think I just try to inspire myself after Angel. She's a great rebounder, so I just try to go out there and do the same thing.
Meanwhile, Camila Cardoso has just been quietly doing her thing. She's making plays, hitting her marks, and steadily showing exactly why she was the number 3 pick in the 2024 draft. Some fans are even pointing out that Cardoso's efficiency, her footwork in the post, and her smart decision egg have actually outshined Reese in certain areas of the game. Yet, it's Reese who's still getting the bulk of the headlines, the interviews, and all the highlight reel. That disparity has fans debating endlessly. Is it just Reese's personality? Is it Cardoso's quiet professionalism? Or is it simply how the media decides to cover stars?
It's time for me to be a little bit more demonstrative in my actions.
This tension isn't happening in a bubble either. A big part of it comes from potential roster shifts and the team's uncertain future. So when Reese mentioned that some teammates might not be back next season, that wasn't just a casual comment. It felt like a clear signal. Chicago Sky fans immediately started connecting the dots themselves.
I think I did a great job. Shout out to my teammates.
Some people see Reese as subtly pointing out Cardoso, whether she meant to or not. Others just chalk it up to the super competitive nature of the league. You've got 2 high-caliber forwards, both ambitious, both trying to cement their place. Leadership roles also play into this. Reese, with her growing media presence, naturally commands a lot of attention. Cardoso, by contrast, seems to really focus on her craft, letting her performance do the talking. That dynamic, combined with the team's disappointing 13-27 season, just creates this volatile mix that's ripe for speculation.
I like to basketball. I think that's one thing that's very underrated about me.
Right.
And I like to get assists. Yeah.
And if you thought the story was already heating up on the court, the media just cranked up the thermostat. A player's actions, a teammate's reaction, a reporter's tweet, it all intertwines to create the story that fans and analysts consume. Reese's comments, especially when combined with sharp reporting, ensure this feud isn't just going to fade away quietly. It's a story that will really influence how fans, teammates, and even the league perceive both Reese and Cardoso moving forward.
Paige Bueckers has run away with Rookie of the Year. It is hers. Nobody else is even in the mix. I know that we are talking about Sony Citron and we are talking about Kiki Ariafen earlier on in the season, but it seems like as of late, it is the Paige Bueckers show. She is breaking all of these records and is Paige, 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 Paige.
Now, let's not forget about the rookies, because even as all this veteran drama unfolds, there are fresh stars totally ready to steal the spotlight. Paige Bueckers has emerged as the clear frontrunner for Rookie of the Year, putting up jaw-dropping numbers, like that 44-point game everyone was talking about. Sonia Citron is also making waves, showing off versatility and scoring ability that has analysts super excited. But here's the kicker. All this internal Sky drama, the comments, the tension, the speculation, is really threatening to overshadow these rising stars. Rookie of the Year is about talent and consistency, yes, but it's also about visibility. When Reese's remarks dominate headlines, rookies like Bueckers and Citron have to fight even harder for attention in what's already a crowded story-driven narrative.
Yeah, just continue to build Michaela's confidence. She was here in New York. She won Rookie of the Year, so just knowing that you gotta continue to just tell her, like, I told her in the game, I was like, I can't play that.
And that's where it gets really interesting, right? Reese's public presence, her media-friendly persona, and her ability to spark conversation make her a total lightning rod. Every move she makes, every comment she drops gets amplified. Meanwhile, rookies who are just grinding away on the court might see their achievements filtered through the lens of all this veteran drama. That tension between established players and rising talent creates a storyline that's just impossible to ignore. As new stars rise, veteran drama threatens to steal headlines. But honestly, it also adds stakes, intrigue, and a little bit of chaos that makes the league way more compelling for us fans.
Currently had to pull up, you know, and I like that type of energy. Y'all know me, man. I'll pull back on you in a minute, man, but shout out to her.
So when you piece it all together, the subtle court tension, the online fan debates, and the rookie race heating up, you start to see why this story is just exploding. It's not just about one comment or one player. It's a microcosm of what makes professional sports so fascinating. You have personalities clashing, careers on the line, and that ever-present spotlight from fans and media ready to dissect every single move. Angel Reese, Camila Cardoso, the Chicago Sky, and even the league itself are all part of a story that has layers, drama, and consequences that will definitely unfold long after the final buzzer of this season.
With how horrible the Chicago Sky are doing this season, they're clearly not going to make playoffs.
Looking ahead, the Chicago Sky's future is really hanging in the balance, and how they handle this offseason could literally define their next season. First and foremost, that tension between Angel Reese and Camila Cardoso absolutely needs to be addressed. If these two stars can't find some common ground, it won't just be a side drama story. It could directly impact the team's performance. Reese's comments about teammates not returning next year didn't just ruffle feathers. They really put a spotlight on a deeper issue of team cohesion. For a squad that finished 13-27 in 2025, chemistry is everything. Without it, even the most talented roster can completely crumble. We might see some major roster restructuring as the Sky prepare for 2026. Some veterans could be traded, and they could make aggressive moves in free agency to bring in players who complement both Reese and Cardoso. Management will be under immense pressure to get this right. Every decision, from which draft picks to prioritize to which veteran voices to keep in the locker room, will have major consequences. Fans are already speculating online, crunching stats, and analyzing performances, and every move the Sky makes will be dissected in real time.
What was the over/under amount of fouls called for this game? Does anybody know that prop bet?
And the coaching staff is definitely in the hot seat too, balancing all these personalities, managing high-pressure media narratives, and making sure everyone buys into the team's vision won't be easy. They'll really need to create an environment where stars like Reese can shine without overshadowing teammates like Cardoso or those rising rookies. If it's handled poorly, the fallout could easily spill over into the season, affecting everything from game strategy to how engaged the fans are. So here's the big question lingering over Chicago. Will Will Angel Reese redeem herself, or will this whole feud end up defining the team's 2026 season? Every play, every interview, every locker room interaction now carries so much weight the eyes of fans, analysts, and the media are watching, and one misstep could turn this story from heated speculation into full-blown controversy. Reese's comments have already sent shockwaves through the WNBA. This drama just highlights how intense and political professional sports can be, on the court, in the locker room, and in the media. What do you think? Did Reese cross the line, or is this just a heated moment that's been blown out of proportion?